Hello everyone, I welcome all of you to the second episode of Hack the Gap podcast. We are featuring Kalyan Reddy Kandula, who is a data engineer at Phillips. This stream is organized by Career Development and Placement Cell, RGKT RKValley, under the guidance of Satyanandaram sir. So I would like to invite Satyanandaram sir onto the stage to speak few words about the guest.
Hi, everyone. Good evening to all. And in the series of Hack the Session, Hack the Gap, Session 2. So it's our privilege to have an alumni, Mr. Kalyan Reddy Kandula from R14 batch, R14 ECE department, who is working as a data engineer from the company Phillips. And now you're having the title for this session. So it's about beyond the books, how to grow the networking. Okay, so and how to do engineering, data engineering or the networking, and we'll expect some key insights regarding the career growth. I hope you'll have the wonderful session by Mr. Kalyan Reddy Kandula. And now I'm inviting Kalyan Reddy Kandula into the stage. Thank you.
Hi everyone, good evening. Thank you so much, Satya sir, for a nice, warm welcome. Receiving from you feels so special because I've been following you from college. So it feels so special for me to receive such kind words from you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Danush and Mega Sham and the entire team who has been part of this CDPC and the sessions that you are conducting. That's so nice and great work. Thank you so much for having me today. You're on mute, Dhanush.
Sorry, Anna. Yeah.
Fine, no
Uh,
problem.
yeah. Yeah, no, like the most common interview questions asked in every place is introduce yourself, the common one. So
Yeah.
I want you to introduce yourself and also let the students know how they should introduce themselves.
Okay, sure. So let me start my introduction. It's more like normal introduction I'll give, but after that I'll mention about how they can introduce themselves in an interviews and all. So my name is Kalyan Reddy Kandula. I'm a proud alumni of RGKT RK Valley from R14 batch EC department. So from 2020, I've been working as a data engineer in different companies, and now working as a data engineer in Phillips company, where I'm responsible for developing data pipelines from backend for a new product that we are building. And I primarily work on Python or the data engineering skills. So this is my introduction that you can know in a simple terms. But when you are introducing yourself to the company, or you are introducing to some other person for any referral or anything, try to mention about your profile. Like, let's say now if I'm giving interview to any company, then I have to mention about what all skill set that I'm working on, like Python, PySpark, SQL, AWS Cloud, and what are my main responsibilities in the current company. So the same way, if you are also introducing, so try to introduce in 1 to 2 minutes with all the things covered in simple terms, like what are your educational background, which is with the highest qualification, like BTech completed or
Mm.
BTech pursuing, and then from which department, what are your main skill set, the primary skill set that you know or you are very skilled at. And then if you have done any projects or any research publication, so try to cover that all those key sections in 1 to 2 minutes, maximum 1 minute, so that it will give a glimpse about your profile and the main skill set that you are skilled about.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's pretty much good advice. So the next thing is you said you are from EC and
Yeah.
you are in data engineering. So how the match happened?
Okay, so when I was in AC department in Triple IT Republic College, our college, so I was very much interested in satellite communications, and I wanted to become a satellite scientist. I was working towards that, but then in third year, I got introduced to deep learning course. We had optional subjects, deep learning and machine learning. From then, I got more interest on data, and then I've learned online data engineering subjects like Python, SQL, and all. As I am from EC department, I didn't know about this Python or especially SQL or RDBMS concepts and all. Only
Hmm.
Python I knew. That was also very little bit just for the exam's sake I have learned. But then later when I chose to move to data engineering or data analytics profile, then I started learning online. And then on Coursera, on Udemy, Great Learning, all these platforms I've learned and started practicing using HackerRank, HackerRet, Lead Code, and all. Then I got an opportunity as a data engineer in a company called Ashira. That was my first company in 2020. So from then I started working as data engineer, and I have around 6 years experience now. So like that, the transition has happened.
Yeah, now you almost answered my second next question. That is how a
Okay.
beginners like the roadmap, this thing, the sites from which I can learn, like the Coursera, the Lead Code, everything. So
Yeah.
right now I'm in my third year. For example, I want to start from scratch. What are the resources and sites you would suggest for me to get into data science,
Okay.
data stuff?
Okay. So data science or data engineering or data analytics. So the main is data domain, and then in that main skills will be there. Like Python is main for all these roles, either a data engineering or data science or data analyst or product analyst or business analyst role. So Python is more. Python is main
No,
important skill.
and
Uh,
before this, so to be better for the audience, can you
okay.
explain these domains specifically, like data, business analytics, and everything? That would be much better.
Okay, sure.
Huh.
So usually data engineer, what I do is I create the data which is required for the companies, because not only for the companies, for any domain companies, be it finance company or it is a OTT platform company like Netflix or Amazon or Hotstar. So be it any company. So the data is very much important, and either you generate the data or you get it from third party sources, either app related data or transaction related data, any data. So data engineers are responsible for curating this data, streamline that data pipelines from one source to other source and keep it ready, so that
Hmm.
the data analyst and data science people. So here, once the data engineer curates the data and keep it ready in the S3 sources or any other cloud platforms or databases, then the data analyst comes into picture, where they consume that data, and then on top of that they perform some analysis work, like any custom analytics work which is required by the clients or which is required for the product teams as well, to understand how our products are working, how the data is performing, how best we can analyze the data. Like this Amazon or Flipkart, they have this Great Alien Festival, Big Billion Days, and all. So to perform the analytics on top of that, they need the data. Like in that 1 week event duration, whatever the event that they organize during that time, what is the data, like how many unique users
Hmm.
have come into their platforms, how many have ordered, how many have returned the products, how many had complaints about the product. So it's more like complete analysis work there. So that analysis can be done if we have the data. So there,
Hmm.
the data engineer is responsible for curating all the data and keep it ready. Then the
Hmm.
analyst comes, where who does all this analysis work, like how many unique users were there, how many people have ordered, how many people have purchased different categories, by each category how many transactions has happened. Like that they do analyze and they compare with the previous year event as well. Like last year Great Indian Festival May, how was the users, how are the users, is the count is increased or decreased, each category wise as well. Like for example, any electronics, mobile phones there. So last year iPhone sold more, this year didn't perform well, what has happened wrong there, how we can boost it in a great way for the next events and all. So here the business analyst or the data analyst people do this analysis work, which are on top of the data that is curated, and they take the decisions. They draw the business insights, like what has happened, how it, why it has happened. They try to analyze it, and then they take the decisions which are required for the business. Then the data
Hmm.
science people comes in, where the data science people, whatever the data is already curated and available, kept ready by the data engineers, they perform the machine learning, deep learning models on top of that. So they build the models and they perform the models on top of that, and they try to manipulate the data uh, to the business requirements whatever they have. so that they can do some calculations on top of that, and they can predict the models, they can predict the results as well. So they try to get that data science models working. So that is the main responsibility of the data science people. So now if you have understood little bit about all this three domains, so here everything for all these three roles or different roles in the domain, Python is mandatory. Python or any other programming language, and SQL is very mandatory because through SQL only you will be querying the data. So one query language is required. And for data visualization, specifically if you want to learn on the be data analyst, then one data visualization tool is required, either Power BI or Tableau or ClickView. There are different data visualization tools. And then so if you learn the main important skills which are required for the data domain, so then you can transition to any role. It's not specifically like you have to be in one role only. So maybe you can start as a data analyst, and then you can later after that you can transition to data engineer profile. Then you, if you are very much interested, you can learn machine learning, you can learn AI, and then you can transition to data science people. See, every time when you are transitioning to a different field, different domain, it will be difficult only because you are completely moving to a different place there. Like if you are shifting from one location to other location, that time when you are shifting, it will be difficult because you have to pack from here and then go somewhere, unpack, settle down yourself, and then get habituated to that place, everything. So the same way here, the data domain transition as well. If you are from non-technical background, transition to data domain, or from software related role to data domain, or from data domain, data analyst to data engineer, because this domain work itself is completely different between each other, like among each other. If you see data analyst to data engineer to data science people, though the skill set is a little bit related, like interlinked between all the roles, but still it is completely different for the transition to move from different role to different role. So when you are transitioning, so you should be very careful and you should practice well as well. If you learn the skill set, then you can choose any role. So when you are a fresher, be it third year or fourth year, when you are a fresher, don't restrict yourself like I want to start only development role, or I want to start only data science role or anything. So if you want to go to data domain, then you can choose any role like data analyst role, data engineer role, because now in this volatile market where the freshers are having very limited opportunities from all the companies, like they are getting very limited opportunities to perform, limited opportunity to get the interviews and get the opportunities. In this volatile market situations, we should choose any role which is relevant to that domain. If not, I don't suggest like if you are learning or if you want to go to a development role, I don't suggest you to go to a QA role or non-technical role. But best if you are preparing for data domain role or software developer role or anything as such, when you are a fresher, you should be open to choose any role related to that domain, so that once you get the opportunity, when you start learning, then you can transition to a different role for sure, because that is so much possible nowadays after COVID and all. So if you want to switch to a different domain, even companies are appreciating if they have the requirement and the candidate is very much interested, the employee is interested, then they also want to try diversify the employees in between different domains, different departments and all. So then you can transition to a different role, anything. But what you need to learn when you are a third year or fourth year, or even if it is first year also, whatever the subjects you have, when you are learning, learn it more strongly, like by that I mean practice more coding, not like just only the theory learning whatever is there for the exam sake, or like definitions or difference between multiple concepts or anything. So rather than just only learning the theory part, try to learn coding, try to practice more coding, which is very much important for the interviews and all.
Yeah, no, like any resources you followed or you suggest?
Yeah, I mean, Coursera is very good platform, and with the college IDs, they do provide free courses and all. I think we have the collaboration with Coursera as well. Our college, I think when I was there in the college, we had, so they do provide free courses and all. So we can enroll with our college IDs and college email IDs and start doing the courses. That is also one good platform to learn. and there you'll not get much a practical coding exercises and all, but you can use HackerRank, HackerEarth and all the platforms, and Lead Code as well, where you can practice coding. Like for each concept, you will find 2-3 questions written there for your examples, so you can practice and get that hands-on experience on that. Because now all the companies require the freshers also to have more practical knowledge, not like long back, like to the 1918 and all, they used to ask only the definitions, or even if you are good with the communication and having basic skill set, they used to take the freshers for the opportunities. But now with the competition so high and very limited opportunities, if you want to stand out from the crowd who have applied for the role, appearing for the interviews and all, you have to show that unique skill set in your profile, unique thing in your profile, be it project experience or practicing on code forces or Lead Code or HackerRank, these platforms, and earning the certificates, or doing the project works, and building something like a prototype kind of thing and all. GitHub contributions as well. So the open source contributions will have, like, be it data science domain or data engineer or software development roles and all. So you will find a lot of open source contributions as well. So that is also very much important, as HRs do check that. Like when they ask your GitHub profile and all, they do check your GitHub profile, LinkedIn profile and all, to check how much you are active, how much you are interested to learn and grow. Because in freshers, they see so much of learning capabilities right after the college. So that's what the main quality the recruiters usually look into when they are hiring freshers.
Yeah, no, you mentioned this.
Yeah,
So you have been the student coordinator at the placement cell.
yeah,
So you might have observed
yeah.
you might have observed the patterns then and now. You are pre-COVID, the pre-COVID era, and
Yeah.
now what's the companies are looking at us freshers.
Okay, sure. So when I was a placement coordinator for 3 years, like BTech first year to BTech third year, I was there. So when we approached the companies and when they came in for the campus hiring and all, campus recruitment, so they used to have one written examinations more on the problem solving and aptitude, and then they used to have one interview. In the same interview, technical, HR, everything they'll cover, and then they used to take the candidates, the students, for the fresher recruitment. But then right after the COVID, how it has changed is that even if they are going for the campus placement, there is a wide variety of the questions they are asking, more on the technical skills, like writing, asking them to write the programming code, how they are, like, be it any language, it can be Python, Java, C Sharp, anything, depending on the role that they are hiring for. Still, if one language they're good at, if the student is very good at, then they'll consider. So they're asking the coding questions to solve. They're asking the analysis work, like specifically, if I have to mention data analyst or data engineer roles. So either on campus or off campus, they try to understand how you are analyzing the data, like how much you know about the data analytics, not just only the theory concept or some definition. They want to understand, if I give you a data, how do you understand? How do you understand the data? How do you analyze and come up with the questions? So usually analysis work is more on the questions and coming up with the insights from the questions, from the results. So how are you doing that? How you can analyze that? How much you have the knowledge about? So this is what they're looking more. Back then, as I mentioned, it was more like, even if you have basic skill set or basic understanding of the language and all, they used to consider. But now even the MNCs companies don't want to waste so much time on training the freshers. That's the reason we are seeing very less recruitment for the freshers, even from big MNC companies like TCS and all. So whatever the limited opportunities that they are creating, that also they are very recruiting very strictly with checking so many things, like practical coding, how much they are coding, and then the analysis work, and how much you know about the real time scenarios as well. and then the business knowledge as well. Because now, given the advantage of internet to everyone, especially to our college where we have given with laptop and internet access and all, the companies do expect little bit more from us because we have the resources. So they do expect little bit more as well. So right after the COVID, it is in a way, in positive way, if we consider, more diversified as well, because back then it used to be more like one company used to consider only computer science or electronic like EC department people and all, not civil or mechanical or anything. But now it's more like any department, if you have the right skill set, you are eligible for the role. You can apply, you show your skill set in the resume, in your profile, that your skill set is suitable for the role. They'll recruit you, like they'll ask you for the interview and all. If you perform really well, they'll consider. There is nothing like branch restrictions now, no constraints on the branch specific, but it used to be there before. So that those are more the main changes, like which are happening in the hiring patterns.
Yeah, no. So on a personal note, I recently got an internship. So in the gap, in the 4 months, I learned so much being an intern rather than the student here. Like I
Yeah.
learned how the things happen. I don't know how to write a PR before it. Like basically.
Yeah.
So how does internships and projects create difference?
Yeah.
Let's.
So like you mentioned, like even if you do 3 months internship or 6 months internship, so the internship, how it creates the difference, how it gives the difference between the students who are learning in the college and who are working actually in the companies, that in the companies, when they recruit the interns, they start giving them the KT, knowledge transfer, about the project that
Hmm.
companies are doing and how much, like what kind of role that they are looking from the intern and all, and they explain. So it's more like
Hmm.
slowly you start working as a corporate professional there, like a more of fresher. Just that
Hmm.
you are not graduated, you are considered as an intern there. But if you are
Hmm.
graduated, you are considered as fresher there. Then
Hmm.
they, even if it is a small task, you start working on the actual work, not like learning something which is in the books or which is in the web or Google. It's more like in that company, whatever the problem that they are solving, so you are actually working on that problem and creating the solution there. Maybe if not creating the complete solution, you are contributing to that solution along with the experienced professional. So you are learning some professionalism there, you are learning the actual work there. So there you start getting more things. Like let's say, even if it is Python code, like if you are writing some
Hmm.
Python code, you are solving some questions on HackerRank or learning on Google is completely different from the work that you actually do. I mean to
Hmm.
say, both are like interlinked, but
Hmm.
actually when you start working, even if you are an intern, you'll get to know how you are writing that code and that function, whatever you have written to solve some
Hmm.
problem and to return some output, whatever you have written, how it is interlinked, and how you are writing a
Hmm.
Git PR, how you are raising a Git PR,
Hmm.
how you are doing the deployments. So there it makes the difference where you are actually start working. So internships and project works are very important. Like when you get some internship opportunity, that is very, very good for you. You choose that opportunity and start learning. Forget about how much stipend they are giving you, how
Hmm.
much they are paying you and all. If it is paid internship, forget
Hmm.
about how much they are paying. It is good you
Hmm.
start doing it, because it will give you practical experience. Like it will give you more on how actual work you do in the companies, and it will give you exposure to work with experienced professionals and their experience also. When you are discussing with them, when you are working to with alongside with them, then you'll start learning from them. They will help you to understand more tools, more corporate culture, more professionalism. So it's more like you are actually working there just with the intern tag. So there it
Hmm.
makes the difference. The same way in projects also, where you're actually building something, either it is a prototype or you are working on some problem, and you are writing the solution there. Not like you are just learning something, you are actually doing, you are learning and doing. So there it makes the difference. So in your resumes, where like be it any role, it can be software developer or front end or back end or data domain or anything. If you have some internship done, 3 months or 6 months or sometimes 1 year also, depending on the graduation and the company's requirement and all, they do convert the employee interns to a full-time roles and all. So there you get the opportunity to work in the same role, same project along with the same colleagues where you already have experience. It's more like
Mm,
you have experience and then start working as a fresher as well. So which is more
mm,
advantage as an intern. So start applying for the internship roles as well. There is one website called Internshala. So they provide
mm,
internships. You apply for the roles depending on whatever your skill set or your interest. Apply for the role, and they'll be giving some assignments and all. You solve that assignments, send it back, and they'll call you for the internships, interviews and all in the internship. Approach people also for the internship, through
mm,
LinkedIn platform, or if you know any seniors who are working in companies, so you can approach them, ask them like if they have any internship roles or internship opportunities that the company is hiring, so that they can forward your profile to the HRs and all.
mm,
So if you get some internship opportunity, that is really good actually, so that you will
mm,
start learning and working from the college itself. I personally have done multiple internships when I was in college. Like the third year, I have done one internship. Complete fourth year, whole year, I was outside the college. Like I was doing my internship in Hyderabad. So it
mm.
actually gave some good experience for me, like how actual work happens.
Yeah, no. You mentioned how should like you mentioned Internshala and these things. And
Hmm.
you mentioned asking seniors and things. So in this part, the networking is the best. Like the networking is the mandatory stuff.
Yeah.
So how like I have seen your LinkedIn. It has
Yeah.
quite large followers and all like it's complete profile. So can you shed some light on it and tell the students how important is LinkedIn? And you can share some ideas about cold mailing and cold messaging also. Let's
Yeah.
make it the LinkedIn 101.
Okay, sure. So, from continuation from the last point that I mentioned, cold emailing. So, cold
Hmm.
emailing is more important where you're sending your profile, like your profile information to some person, like your technical strong abilities and what you have done in the previous role, or maybe even in the if you are a student now pursuing your fourth year or third year, what projects you have done, what internships you have done, and if you have published any research papers, any patent rights you have, so that research publications, if you have any certifications done, so you have to add all those things in your resume, which are all very much important, like your education, your skill set, your any internships done, or project experience, like you have built something project, or some research papers or certifications. These sections are very important in the resume, and if you have done some good work there, you can share your profile with some senior, anyone, like let's say you are approaching me for some internship role in my company. So you are it's been 5 years since I passed out from the college, graduated from the college, and I didn't have any direct interaction with you, but I know you from LinkedIn, and you
Hmm.
contacted me multiple times about resources to learn all those things, and I saw that you are very much interested to learn and grow. But still, if you are approaching someone for the opportunity, like to show that this is your profile, so try to write some one to two single paragraphs about yourself, like I
Hmm.
am Kalyan, so and so. Like either you are working professional now, or you are pursuing your BTech or in so and so department, and then these are your main skill set, and you have done these internships, and you have checked some role, like you have checked some internship opportunity in that company which is open. So if such thing is there, if such opening is there, then you can share that job link with that person in the cold email. If no other jobs there, like you have checked the career portal and you couldn't find any internships roles or fresher roles, you can simply mention that I've checked the career portal of your company but couldn't find anything there. Still, if anything is happening, can you please help me with a referral attaching my updated resume, so that it will help the candidate to understand, like let's say if you are approaching me this way, then I'll get to know without even asking you so many questions. I'll get to know about your profile, your interest, and your resume also, so that I can directly forward to my HR, or if I know any other opportunities, I can forward your profile to that person who is hiring, or maybe if I get to know anything, I can directly share with you as well. So this is how much impact it creates in cold mailing. So when you are sending, so keep it more professional, and don't write so many paragraphs, like 4 or 5 paragraphs and all, where I don't think other person will look into that if it is 4 to 5 paragraphs and all. Most probably keep it short, like 2 paragraphs, and all the details mentioned. And anyways, you will be sharing your resume. So in the resume, you will be mentioning all other details as well. So keep it simple. So the same way, even if you are a fresher, like let's say the same format, you can use it when you are a working professional as well. Like now, now if I want to switch to a different company and all, so now even if I want to approach anyone for the referrals or any other opportunities and all, I will also do the same way. In a one paragraph, I'll mention my experience and my main skill set and all, and then my attach my resume saying, "Can you please refer me for the job role?" Or if nothing else is there, just forward it so that if anything comes up, they'll consider you. So cold mailing is very much important for any years of experience people. So especially when you are looking for internships or fresher roles and all, if you approach the people in more professional way, they'll get more positive impression on you, and they'll try to help you more. It's not only the college seniors, it can be anyone outside, like to other people on LinkedIn as well. And now LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, even I started using from 2022 or 23 around, like after COVID and all. So LinkedIn is very good networking platform to connect with the professionals from different companies and get to know their learnings, their experiences, because people share their experiences and their knowledge on LinkedIn in the post and all. So in a way, it will help you to consume that content and understand about the content. Like for example, let's say now after working in data domain for 5 years, whatever the concept I'm writing, so if I'm posting something on LinkedIn in for about Spark or SQL or AWS, I'll be writing in a more practical way, because that is like I have experience and I know that this is how it works and I'm learning about it. So I try to explain it in a more practical way. So like that, there about something which you already know theoretically, you will see more practical way how that thing is changing, how that thing is using as well in the corporate. So in terms of this content creation, or in terms of the knowledge consumption and all, it is very much useful, and especially for connecting with people, for networking. Because if you are senior, like let's say in our case only, where I didn't know you and you didn't know me, unless you
Yeah.
followed me and send me a LinkedIn connection request or a message saying that this is what we are doing, and this is
Huh.
what my profile is, and I'm looking out for the opportunity and all, I'll not get to know. So this is what is networking. It's not limited to our college only. You can connect with any other seniors who are working in companies, whom like in which company you want to approach. You can connect with those people, and keep it more professional. And whatever the cold emailing that I mentioned, you can follow the same format here as well. Once I accept your connection request, when you are approaching me for the opportunity for referral and all, so you can send do the same thing, forward about your resume, and if you have any job, and then if you have this paragraphs, the template, same template of the emailing, you can mention that, so that if I look into that message, I can understand about your profile in this one message itself. I don't need to again ask like what are all your skill set and all to refer you and all. This is one important thing when you are approaching. It should be more professional, and when you are approaching, also try to share your resume and job role and your skill set as well in 1 2 paragraphs, so that it will help. It will create some positive impact, and the other person also feels like helping. And your LinkedIn also, keep it more professional. Add all your details, your profile, keep it more
Yeah.
professional, add your details as well. Like if you look into my profile, so looking at my LinkedIn profile itself, you can understand about my career, like what all I have done till now, in which all companies I've worked, what all other mentorships I'm doing, what are other data communities I am part of. So like that, you'll get to know complete details about my career there, my career. like that. Even if you are third year or fourth year or anything, so maintain that profile. And if you are part of some active clubs like CDPC or
Mm.
alumni or robotics or IoT club and all, so anything that you are doing exceptional in your college apart from academics, you can add that as extracurricular activities. And your career interest as well, like in the about section you can mention about your career interest, what you want to do, at least for now. Maybe you can change it later for sure. It's not like you have to work on the same
Mm.
domain every time. You can change to a different domains, you can change to a different profiles and all. That's totally fine. But at least now when you are starting, keep it updated. Mention all your details,
Mm.
like where are you studying, which department you are studying, if you're part of any other active clubs, if you are organizing such clubs, coordinating,
Mm.
taking the leadership and ownership and all. So you can mention all those, and the skill set, whatever the skills you have learned, you can add. So it's more like updating your portfolio, which is visible to everyone when you are approaching, or when recruiters and all, when they are looking for the candidates, be it for internships or fresher roles and all. When they look
Mm.
at profile itself, they should get some idea, like, okay, this is what the skill set they have or the person is having. So if it is suitable, okay, I can approach to this person, and let's see if he performs really well, so that I can offer opportunity to him. So it should be more like that. Mention all your details and all. So it will help
Mm.
the other person, be it recruiter or any senior person who is whom you approach. So it will help to understand about your profile in one go. It's more that
Mm.
way, more professional
Mm.
working.
Yeah, no. So like we plan this LinkedIn profile optimization thing. Before
Okay.
that, like we'll ask students to to share their profiles in the comments. Before that, you mentioned about clubs. How important are clubs in the student life and how they put forward your career growth and thing?
Hmm. So I actually strongly believe that not just only the technical or any exam academics are important in the college. So other clubs, because when you are part of some clubs, then only you take that ownership. Usually, when we have examinations, apart from going to classes and writing examinations, we don't do anything if we are not part of that clubs. And be it sports also. Sports also really good. That is also one club only. So it can be sports, or it can be IoT club or robotics club, or a machine learning club. So you can take that initiation. You can start doing that. It will help you, because in the robotic club or any other club, it can be. You can start with some problem statement. You can start analyzing that problem, come up with a solution, start doing research, like how we can solve this problem, how we can approach to this problem. So when you start, then only you will understand whatever you have learned, how much it is helpful. Because when you don't actually work on the problems, then we don't know how much you have learned and how much whatever you have learned is useful, right? So when you start working, actually when you start implementing the knowledge that you have, then only you'll get to know how much more you need to learn and how effectively you can implement that knowledge. So these clubs
Mm.
makes a really good impact when you are in the college, when you start working on these clubs, and when you start building some prototypes, taking active participation in these clubs and events and all. It will help you. And for good memories also, because it's just not only
Mm.
academics in your college, right? There are so many other things as a student that you will enjoy and you will love. Once right after you graduate from the college, and maybe 1 2 years you will be hustling with your career, with your job and all. But after
Mm.
that, you'll start missing the college and feeling like, okay, what all I have done in the college, those clubs and the events that I've organized, and the clubs that I part of, or the conferences that you participated and published your paper and all. It's more like memories, making memories there. So if you are part of just not only technical club, it can be any other clubs as well. Like if you are
Mm.
interested in extracurricular activities, be it singing, dancing, or journalist, radio FM. I'm not sure how many clubs are active in our college now, but when I was there, I myself was part of multiple clubs like NCC, NSS, Radio FM, journalists, CDPC
Mm.
as well, alumni cell. So I was part of multiple clubs, and which was my interest. Like I was very much interested, and I was doing it. So which will help you to network also. There also you will speak with the different department people, or
Mm.
You'll speak with seniors, you will understand from seniority how you can approach to that problem and all. So it will help. It will all
Hmm.
these clubs or these extracurricular activities that you will be doing in the college will help to grow in the going
Hmm.
forward days as well, which will be very much important.
Yeah. So let's start this LinkedIn profile optimize. So we can also guide students. So,
Okay. Do we have any
okay.
profiles sent?
Okay, let's start with mine.
Yeah, sure.
Ah,
You can
yeah.
share yours and show me your
Hmm.
profile.
Yeah. We can say it, right?
Yeah, I can see your profile.
And this is mine. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Backend
So it's
developer.
hmm.
Okay. Compounding in computer science. That's good. Please scroll
Hmm.
down.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
About
And
section also
the,
good.
and these were my posts.
Yeah, I saw your
Uh,
post about the
uh,
podcast with so that's it. Yeah,
uh,
that's good.
and this is my experience section.
Experience. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. And
And this was my education
yes. And
and
computer
license.
certification.
Certificate.
That's great. Okay. The skill set. Yeah.
Yes.
So
And
one update or one improvement that I can tell you is that maybe in your profile here itself, like interning at Plato
hmm,
and backend developer, maybe you can mention
hmm,
some 4 or 5 important skills that you're working on, the main skills as a backend developer that you're working. So now you're
hmm,
in computer science, which comes in your education, that is totally fine,
hmm,
but maybe you can remove that and try to add the main skills that you are
hmm,
like 4 or 5 skills,
hmm,
so that
hmm,
it shows there are all the skills that you're working. And in
hmm,
about section also, like
hmm,
now working as an intern in your about section,
hmm,
maybe you can add little bit more about your internships as well, like what is your main
hmm,
technical thing there. You are working as a backend developer.
hmm,
What is your interest to
hmm,
work on backend, and what are the skill set, the main skill set that you're learning and working on, which is
hmm,
very important. So
hmm,
in that, those 2 areas I feel which is more important. Remaining things you have kept it really nice with the
hmm,
education experience as well.
hmm,
Maybe in the experience section, in the
hmm,
internship, maybe you can write
hmm,
some 1 2 lines of your
huh,
responsibilities, like
hmm,
what you are doing. You have mentioned the skill set, which is really good. Maybe
hmm,
1 2 lines or 3 4 lines, like what exactly the work that you do there, like what main
hmm,
skills that you work on, or the project that you work on there. Don't need to
hmm,
reveal so much about the project, which is not
hmm,
which
I,
because it should be confidential from the companies.
hmm,
But in general terms, you can add like what your responsibility is there as a backend developer,
hmm,
as an intern. So those 2 lines
hmm,
you can mention. And in the alumni cell also, where you when you
hmm,
are coordinator, so what is your
hmm,
responsibility there, and what the new thing or unique thing that you have brought up there? Because if not you,
hmm,
anyone else also can do that. Like as a marketing team coordinator, what unique thing
hmm,
you are doing in the role that you have taken up as a responsibility? So maybe 1 2 lines you
hmm,
can mention there, which will create some positive impact, that okay, this person know about it, rather than just
hmm,
adding something. So he
hmm,
actually knows what he is doing or what he is interested
hmm.
about. So that is really good.
Yeah. Now let's we have the second profile of Mega Sham Imba.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, uh,
Okay.
uh,
Yeah, this open to work batch is very much important when you are looking out for the
hmm,
opportunity. So you can mention that. And cybersecurity enthusiast, web at CSC 27, Google cybersecurity professional certificate student. So maybe here what I can suggest is that the student at RGKT college,
hmm,
can remove that, because anyways in the
hmm,
right side there itself you can see the college name there, or if you scroll
hmm,
down to the education, we can see there. So maybe again, like I mentioned to your profile here, we can
hmm,
mention more about the skill set, the main skills as a cybersecurity interested person, enthusiast a person. You can mention what are the main skills that you know or you are very much good at. So you can mention those skills. Google's cybersecurity professional certificate, that's okay to add, there is no problem, but main to add the skill set. So
Hmm.
4 5 skills which are important, which you are good at, you can add that there.
Hmm.
And open to work
Yeah.
badge is very important if you are looking out for the
Ah,
opportunity, so you can add that. And about section,
yes.
evaluating computer science. Active member of alumni cell coordinator. Okay. So here, like again, how I suggested your profile about backend development and all,
Hmm.
maybe to Megasham also, he can add more about his interest on cybersecurity. Why? So why he's
Hmm.
interested in cybersecurity? In one paragraph, he can add about that. So the good thing is that he has added about his other interest as well, like alumni cell and all, which he's taken responsibility, which is really good. But maybe in one paragraph he can add about the cyber security, like in the second line, second paragraph, he has mentioned my goal is to continue advancing cyber security message and all. But how you got that interest, like what is your main interest about cyber security? So maybe you can add in
Hmm.
one paragraph, you can add that this is the cybersecurity interest and these are the skills that I am very good at in cybersecurity. And then you can mention I want to continue advancing in cybersecurity and do more advanced work on cybersecurity domain and all, which is really good.
Hmm. Yeah, no, and here this
Uh,
post
Also good. Yeah.
is featured one, huh? In this
Yeah.
area, his post and his experience.
Okay, so here
Hmm.
as a alumni cell. Okay, so here again to the same point to add from your marketing
Hmm.
coordinator. Here,
Hmm.
Megasha also can add what is the main responsibility that here he has taken up and doing.
Hmm.
Because as I mentioned,
Hmm.
usually people would be just simply add that I'm part of this club, that club and all. But
Hmm.
it's more important to add what exactly you do in that club. What is your
Hmm.
responsibility in the club, so that if I'm looking into your profile, like I'll get to know that okay, this is his responsibility and he has been performing that. So that is more important.
Hmm. Yeah.
Cybersecurity and ethical hacking, 4 months training and 2 months internship. So I suggest keeping this as the first and then the alumni cell as the second one, because
Huh.
this is more about the career, and that is more about your own interest and you have taken up the responsibility in the college. So this one should be more, which should take place in the first position, and then the alumni cell or this hospitality in the CDP.
Hmm.
And all. So these college clubs and all should come after your experience, be it internship or be it your fresher role.
Hmm.
First, you should mention about your internships or your fresher role and
Hmm.
all. Is important.
Yeah. And his education and certification.
Education and certifications. That's great. Okay, you have added the credential as well, which is good, which is
Hmm.
important. And projects,
Hmm.
if you scroll down, AI powered
Hmm.
storyteller. Okay, so here project you have added, but okay, if you have added the repo link, yeah, that's great.
Hmm.
So I was asking
Hmm.
about that.
Huh.
So which is very much important about the repo as well, like what actually the contribution you have done there. So GitHub is
Hmm.
also very much important, as I mentioned in the previous question answer as well, where open
Hmm.
source applications are very much important. It will create good impression about your profile because you're actually learning and doing there. It's not like
Hmm.
you're writing some definitions or you are doing some documentation work. It's more like you have done some work, you have learned and did some project there. So it will create very good impact about your profile there. So it will be really good.
Hmm.
You can add more about the repo and I mean, you have added it, which is really good. But if we add, that will be really good.
Hmm. Yeah. And this skills and volunteering.
Yeah, skills are all fine. So skills, whatever you
Hmm.
have, add
Yeah.
those skills. That's really good.
Hmm. Like, let's get into the next profile.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. We are getting. He's Jagadish.
Okay, yeah. So
Hmm.
Jagadish from computer science. Okay, here again, he can mention his main skills that he know. So see,
Hmm.
even if you are confused about what role to consider, like your case, you're a backend developer as an intern, and then Megasham is a cybersecurity
Hmm.
enthusiast and all. But here, if
Hmm.
Jagadish is confused about his like what role should I consider
Hmm.
or anything,
He
still
mentioned.
you can mention about at least in that main headline, you can mention
Hmm.
about his main skills that he is really good at. So which is very
Hmm.
important. Okay, please
Hmm.
scroll down.
Hmm.
The about section.
I think
Mm,
about is missing.
anything about section, I guess. Yeah,
About
about
is
section.
missing.
Yeah, about section he can add like what he is interested about and why like what he wants to do in that profile. For now,
Hmm.
at least. Like later he can change and he can get a different interest and he can change. But at least for now, when you are in college and when you want to step to a different like step up to your different profession and all, look, what is your interest on doing that? You
Hmm.
can add that. That's more important.
Hmm.
About
And
section,
the
post is good.
active. Hmm.
Activity and
Experience.
experience. Okay. Again, here also, like whatever the activities that you guys are mentioning, the clubs. So you can
Hmm.
add
He
some one
meant.
lines about your main responsibilities. Yeah, this one he has added, but
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
if you scroll up, so the first one he
Hmm.
didn't. So
Hmm. Yeah, he did. Hmm.
any club that you have taken responsibility of, you can add it. Like, what is your main work there, your main responsibility, either coordinating or doing some building some website for the college events or anything as such. So, whatever the responsibility that you have taken up, you can add it there.
Hmm. Yeah, and this education.
Education, yeah, okay. Projects also, if he has done certifications, projects, and all, yeah.
Hmm. Volunteering skills.
Skills. Okay, that's great.
Hmm.
So maybe
So
like
he had to add about.
yeah, important like your profile. If I'm looking at, if I don't know you, if I'm a recruiter,
Hmm.
if I'm looking at the profile itself, I should get main important things which are required for me. I don't need to again
Hmm.
come back to you because maybe suitable or may not be suitable. But if I don't know the main things itself, then again if I have to consider you, I have to approach you, take details from you, and then
Hmm.
see whether you are suitable for the role or not. But if you mention all the important details, then if you are suitable, I can directly
Hmm.
approach you for the opportunity, like to give the interview and all. So, to keeping the
Hmm.
profile updated is very much important when you are doing networking or when you are approaching the people for the referrals and all,
Hmm.
so that they get
And
more idea about your profile in a single glimpse.
we can have two more, and the next one is
Okay.
hmm.
Front end in intern at Flat scene. Full stack developer, problem solver, exploring AIML. Okay, so here again, the main skill
Hmm.
set is missing.
Hmm.
So, see, it's not like skill set means you don't need to add everything that you know or everything you learned. So it's more
Hmm.
like for your interest. Like let's say he's working as a front end intern, so he can
Hmm.
add JavaScript, HTML, CSS. The main four, five, or three, four skill set that he is learning on or working on, which are important. He can add that. And then
Hmm.
can you please scroll down to the about section?
Hmm.
Again, here about section is missing.
Hmm.
So about section is important again.
Hmm.
And then if you scroll to the experience, so there also he can add more about his experience, like what is his work there as an intern, what is his responsibility he's doing there. Even see, let it be one
Hmm.
line or two line, there is no problem at all. But at least if you add, then I'll get to know that okay, this is what he is doing, and this is what
Hmm.
his work there as an intern. Same
Hmm.
way, you consider clubs also. If you
Hmm.
don't add what is your response, the responsibility in the club, it will be
Hmm.
more like what you are doing there. If I don't know,
Hmm.
there will be a question. So if you
Hmm.
add one two lines also, that's fine.
Hmm.
Education,
Education.
yeah. Certifications, okay. Projects also, if any projects are done,
Hmm.
contributed to any projects, if he has GitHub repo and all, he can add that.
Hmm. Yeah. Let's go into the next one.
Okay. So, okay, Google. Girl script. Okay. To fill
Mm.
out Python front-end development. Okay, completed hands-on. Okay. So here again, skill set, like at least three, four. She has mentioned Python, but front-end
Mm.
development is a domain. It's not skill.
Mm.
It is interest. She can mention as interested in or in front-end development enthusiast or something. But maybe skill set she can mention instead of completed hands-on project or anything as such. So that will be good. And
Mm.
about section is okay. About section is added. Okay, I'm collecting learning full stack development with okay. So here she has added about the next wave course that she is taking and what she is doing there, which she can add it in the experience section or maybe in the learning sessions. But
Mm.
here about is like my profile, like what is my interest, what
Mm.
is my interest, and for that interest, what I'm learning and doing, maybe in one two
Mm.
paragraphs. It's not like in triple IT college, this is the course that I'm doing, or in the course these are the subjects I have and all. So about section is more about my profile and what I'm learning and
Mm.
why I'm interested in that profile, in that
Mm.
department. So this three four lines whatever she has added, she can add it in
Mm.
the experience section.
Experience.
Yeah. Okay, scroll down please. Okay. Education. Yeah, see here, next wave is there. There she can
Mm.
add as part of this program. I'm learning this, and this is my interest there. So that she can add there,
Mm.
and skills totally fine, and certifications, projects, if anything done, she can add.
Mm.
And one thing about the post, like I've been observing your post, all four of your posts till now.
Mm.
So which is very good, which is very much important also because whatever you are
Mm.
learning or whatever you are, either you are joining in a company or you are
Mm.
organizing such alumni cell activities or hackathons, workshops, and all, which is very good to post because you are doing it, taking the responsibility and doing it, which is very good to post and showcase that this is our responsibility
Mm.
and we are taking part of it and doing it as part of college itself, so which will create a really good impression about your profile. And if you are, even if you are learning as well, like let's say if you are learning Python and you have learned some function definitions or classes or anything, whatever you have learned, maybe you can add in post in a LinkedIn post saying this is
Mm.
learned. Be it even if a simple concept, still if you are learning
Mm.
posting, how it activates is that it's more like creates more impressions for your profile, more it will push to more
Mm.
audience that shows that positive impression that okay, this person is showing interest and learning the things and posting, learning the things and trying to
Mm.
grow in his career as a fresher. Because when you're learning and when you don't post, or when you don't post on LinkedIn, or even if you complete, if you don't post the certifications and all,
Mm.
so until unless if I come to your profile, I'll not get to know that okay, I've done this.
Mm.
Post, it shows that okay, you have learned something, and this is what you have learned, and you add also, like when you are posting,
Mm.
then you will understand more about what you have learned and how you
Mm.
write it in a best way to make the other people understand what you have learned about it and how you have learned
Mm.
about it. So it's really good and important as well. I see almost four profiles I've checked now. Every one of you are posting about the things that you are doing, and that is also in a
Mm.
very professional way, which is really good.
Yeah, now let's look at the final profile. So,
Sure, sure.
okay, there are two more. Sorry, yeah, we got get people are interesting in showing it now.
Okay,
Okay, we
okay.
can continue. There is one
Sure.
more. Two, the two after this.
Technologies, DSA with Java, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, Engine AI, LLMs, algorithm learning, AI automation, consistent learning. Okay. I think he has added really good skill set here. Like whichever is required, he has mentioned in a really good way. I think that is
Mm.
good. This is
Mm.
required. Like this is enough. You don't need to
Mm.
add so many things and showcase it like I've learned some 20, 30 things. But whatever your main interest,
Mm.
primary interest, that you can specify. That is enough. About section, I am Kaushik Vardhan. Okay, so this is really good. So he has mentioned
Mm.
about his interest, like what he is
Mm.
interested, which all roles he's interested in, and in the top skills he has added all those skills which are relevant to whatever the roles that he has specified. So
Hmm.
they required like enough. Like if I look into his profile and read this one paragraph, I can understand that okay, Kaushik is interested in these roles and these are his skill set. So if I
Hmm.
get to know anything, I can share with him, or I can approach him that okay,
Hmm.
this internship role is open. If you want to give it a try, you can give it a try and all. So like that, I'll get more understanding from the profile itself.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, really
Hmm.
good. Okay. Okay,
Featured.
featured and Git. I think Git commits he has posted.
It's lead code thing.
Yeah, okay. That
Huh.
is open source contributions, really good. Okay, and he has joined as a intern at LV. Okay,
Hmm.
that's also good. Okay. Hmm. See,
Hmm.
nice. He has added more about his role,
Hmm.
responsibilities, and skill set. This is like really, really good. See,
Hmm.
looking at the profile itself, we'll feel that okay, I got to know
Hmm.
more about whatever is required from this profile. So really good. Yeah, this added a really good profile.
Hmm.
Okay, and education is added. Okay, activities and societies. Yeah, licenses and projects. Yes, added the GitHub links and
Hmm.
certifications as well. Okay, results as
Hmm.
well. Okay, that's
Hmm.
great. This looks impressive. This is really nice.
Hmm.
Simple but yet effective as well. Like easy to
Hmm.
understand, get to know more about.
Yeah, no, we are getting huge crowd are asking for the reviews. We can add one more.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. So Venkata Tanush, undergraduate DSC, 2-star on Geek for Geeks, 600 problems on lead code, month stack problem solver. Okay. So,
Hmm.
see, really good about this Geek for Geeks and lead code that he is solving. That is
Hmm.
impressive. But what I can suggest is that add more on the, like, he can add 2, 3 skills there, like DSA, but on which technology? Is it a Python or
Hmm.
Java or C Sharp? So, maybe 2, 3 skills he can add, which he's main interested in. And then
Hmm.
like these platforms wherever he is
Hmm.
practicing the coding and attending this contest and all, solving the
Hmm.
problems and getting these ratings and all, really good. Like he's doing good work there, but maybe he can add some 2, 3 skills which he is interested in.
Hmm.
Okay.
About
About
this.
missing, yeah. Maybe
Hmm.
really good if you can add more about the about section, like
Hmm.
some 1, 2 paragraphs where like which is his interest area and his skill set in that interest he can add. Okay, he's featured in Geek for Geeks, and then the post. Okay, nice education. Okay, licenses.
Skills.
Great, yeah. Maybe the thing is missing is the about section and some skill set
Hmm.
in the
Hmm.
main the profile name there. So I think he can add to those two.
Yeah, no, we are getting huge engagement here. So one more. This will be the final one. So,
Yeah, yeah, fine, no problem.
uh,
Okay. Studying E3 at HKT, RK Valley says 27 days with Python, machine learning, deep learning, React.js, Node.js, Explain, MongoDB. Okay. This is good. Again, he is doing
hmm.
it LV. So maybe I
Hmm.
think he can mention about his internship role in the first itself there. So rather than
Hmm.
studying E3 at RGKT, anyways, in the education section that will be visible, maybe he can add either front-end engineer at TELV, intern at TELV, or that is like whatever his role there. Maybe he can add that as a
Hmm.
intern at TELV company. Then RK Valley CS27 is fine. Maybe he can remove student E3 at RGKT
Hmm.
and add his intern role at TELV. And skill set he has mentioned really good.
Hmm. About.
Okay. Coding actively emerging, like no, I'm correctly pursuing. Okay, explain your React front end. Okay, this is also nice. So he has mentioned about
Hmm.
his skill set and his interest as well. So in a very short manner, which is really good to understand as well. So yeah,
Mm.
this is good. This is activity. Okay.
Pause.
Yeah, this is good. Activities and
Mm.
post. And then intern. Yeah, okay. So here also has mentioned about his roles and responsibilities as an intern in the company.
Mm.
So that is also good.
Education and skills.
Education and skills. Okay. Yeah, his skills he didn't add. Maybe he can add the skills here. The skills.
Maybe him missing, like it's in detail there.
Okay, okay. So
Okay.
yeah, maybe job skills and all those and dashboards and all.
Ah.
Yeah, remaining tech
Hmm.
skill they should add.
Hmm. Yeah. Thanks for this reviewing. Let's get into the interview thing.
One small point here. So see,
Hmm.
whatever we have reviewed, we have mentioned about more on like what are the main sections that you should focus more and do it. So the same way you can analyze your own profile as well. Like no need to
Hmm.
just only have to do it. Like even if I
Hmm.
analyze two three profiles here and shown you like what all missing and what all you can add, maybe you can add your profile also and see that okay, this is what my profile and this is what I'm added and which I'm missing. So you can analyze
Hmm.
on your own and add all the details. That's also good.
Yeah, no. So let's get into this thing.
Okay.
Uh, so does CGPA matter? The question from everyone has. How does it impact career growth?
Does CGPA matter? Matlab, say it's a controversial question because everyone will have their own perspective about this question. But what I experienced is that it's not much needed. I mean, but
Hmm.
I don't say that okay, you don't need to study or you don't need to get marks in examinations or anything. Whatever you are learning, whatever like in the college, be it machine learning subject or anything. So those are all again when you are actually working, those concepts are very much important outside. So you are
Hmm.
learning in the college level whatever is required in the college level. So learn that well, and if you learn it well, obviously you'll perform good and you will get marks really good. So there is no doubt about it.
Hmm.
So it's not like every company look for CGPA and all, but some companies do still consider that if you get more than 80%, then only you are eligible for the exams or
Hmm.
assignments and all and all. So, but having a decent CGPA is fine. You don't need to be a topper for any role. Like
Hmm.
for all the roles, you don't need to be a topper. So, if you are performing really good in your academics, is fine. Like without any
Hmm.
backlogs and having practical understanding about the concepts that you are learning with some decent average CGPA is fine. It's not like
Hmm.
everyone should be topper to get into some product based company or to some fresher role or anything. So
Hmm.
maintain that CGPA, whatever you are getting, take that average and start
Hmm.
performing the same way. And whatever you are learning, practice more. So why I have been
Hmm.
telling this practice more since beginning of the session is that now in this tough competition situations with very limited opportunities, all the companies, even if it is an intern role or a fresher role or anything,
Hmm.
they're expecting more knowledge, more experience from freshers as well. So to stand out from the crowd and to show that uniqueness in your profile and in your skill set, you need to learn and practice more. Either doing lead code practices, geek for geeks, code forces, hacker rank certifications. Like if you write the code and execute that, then only hacker rank will give you a certificate. If you
Hmm.
add a hacker rank certificate, it means that you have written the code there and got the answer and got the certificate. So that way it's more like it will add more value to your profile when you start learning and practicing more, and you will also get more confidence that okay, if
Hmm.
not this company, I can approach other company and I can get the other company as well. So because not every time our day, right? So sometimes if you miss any other
Hmm.
opportunity way or the other, maybe you will get that confidence if you learn it more strongly. So
Hmm.
but CGPA do matters, but it's not like
Hmm.
everyone requires 85, 90, 95 or topper to be the from
Hmm.
each batch. So a decent CGPA is totally fine. It's not
Yeah.
mandatory to have
Hmm.
90%.
Like these are for the text and coding thing. Let's get into your core branch ECE stuff. So what should they have to do? Like any tips for them?
Okay, sure. See, these are really like till now we've discussed more about jobs or remaining
Hmm.
LinkedIn, networking, cold mailing, all these things. But to ECE department, like though I am not from not working in ECE core now, I am into data domain from past 6 years and all. So, but when I was into ECE, when I was pursuing my BTech in ECE department, I was interested in satellite communication. So now
Hmm.
still it just not only software is existed in the corporate world. There are many other companies, many other roles, be it VLSI or IoT or any other roles as well. So chips fabrication or manufacturing as well, validations, validation and all. So microchips validations. So there are companies like Qualcomm, Nvidia, or Intel. So there are many other companies who are taking ECE core people as well, like who have really good experience into this VLSA domain or especially satellite communications. If you are interested in satellite
Hmm.
communication, you can go to ISRO or more about the satellite scientist roles and all. So it's more into different domain as well. And if you are an engineer, you can do anything. So it's not like specifically I'll do this only. So if you are an engineer, you will do it. You will mold yourself to any other roles as well. Because we see so many people who are engineers and doing making films, working as a teachers, working as scientists into software domain, into main core domains as well. So there are different things. So you don't need to worry that if my friend is going, I'll also go into software so that I'll get the opportunity quickly, and I'll also do this only. If you are
Hmm.
interested, there are many other roles in ECA core department as well, like I mentioned. So there are VLSI, IoT, robotics, or satellite communications, analog communication roles as well. So it is different roles are there. So you don't need to specifically restrict yourself that okay, I'll also go into software only. So you can
Hmm.
choose any other roles as well, and you can go for research roles as well. Like you can do more research
Hmm.
as well. Yeah. So that is also really a good opportunity.
Hmm. Yeah. So, like, next question will be on this. Uh, you are in the mentor in the Topmate, right? What are the
Yeah.
main issues students face? Like, you had quite a large following in the Topmate. You are the top 1% mentor and everything. Yeah. So, what are the main mistakes students face there? Even this resume thing, people charge 100,000, 100 rupees there. And yeah, so like, what are the issues people face? Like,
Okay.
basically.
First thing, if anyone is looking for any mentorship or anything, you can approach me on LinkedIn. I like you don't need to schedule any call or anything for me on Topmate. Topmate, I kept it just for the reason because when the followers count is increasing, I'm losing track of messages sometimes. And if someone messages me and if I'm not able to get their message or if I miss their message, later I'll feel bad that they approached me for some help and I
Hmm.
couldn't do it. That's the reason I started Topmet 1.5 year back so that they can schedule a call and I can discuss with them
Hmm.
directly. I kept it free for a long time,
Hmm.
where I kept it completely free, all the services, including resume building, mock interviews, everything. But then people were not very serious about the free
Yeah.
things. It's obvious. So
Hmm.
then I kept
Yeah.
it as a minimal fee. But still, even after that, also, if anyone approached me through LinkedIn, many people have approached me through LinkedIn and I directly connected with them on Google Meets and all. So there, as a fresher, main issue comes with the resumes.
Hmm.
Like what all details should I mention in the resume? How to optimize that resume? Or these details are enough or not? And a few people come up with so many theory concepts mentioned in the resume. Like for project, they'll add more paragraphs. For certification, they'll add more paragraphs, like two, three
Hmm.
pages and all. So I do see more about the resumes is one thing. Second thing is when they approach anyone for referral or through cold mailing or
Hmm.
LinkedIn or anything, if they get the internship, if they approach for the internship, they assume that through referral itself they'll get the internships, which is
Hmm.
that's a misconception. Be it internship or fresher role or anything, referral is more like your profile might get visible to the HR directly. That's it. It's not like you'll get the opportunity directly. It is like
Hmm.
your profile will be visible, and if it is suitable, then only you will get the call. So to make that suitable, so you should work on it. It's more like you have to work on it. You have to do projects. You have to do more practical sessions, more internships roles or anything. So it's like you should showcase your profile such a way that okay, this person is suitable for this role. That is in your
Hmm.
hands, not me or someone else's hands. So that if you are choosing, you should be it any role. It can be front end developer, back end developer, data analyst, data science, any role, whatever the domain that you are choosing or the role that you are choosing, you should work towards that role, on that role, and learning the skills, doing project work, project experiences and all. So it will help, like it will create more impression about your profile and more visibility to your profile. That is also one thing which usually people lack. So students usually see there is very good amount of people who are learning and are contributing to this Geek for Geeks open source contributions. Like now only out of 5 profiles we saw, three people were doing lead code practice, Geek for Geeks and all. So other 2 people also would be doing, but they didn't add, or maybe a few only they would have done. So it's more like
Hmm.
you people got aware of all these portals and all through few other people, or maybe your research and all, and it is very good thing. You are taking advantage of the resources, you are learning, which is very much important. So like that you should do practical work and do it. So usually when I do this mentorship and all, so that is what, like the main 2 things many people lack in the freshers also, like when they are approaching or when they are preparing for the interviews and all. The resumes and assumptions about the job market and all, because see, true, in a way limited opportunities are there, but whatever that limit is there, like that limited opportunities, be it 100 or 500 or 1,000 are there, even if 10,000 people are competing for that. So you should make your profile stand out in that. For that you should work and you should learn and do it. So the same
Hmm.
way, while learning as well, the skill set as well, people think that okay, if I add Python, if I know just Python basics or definitions is enough. The same way
Hmm.
SQL or any other skill set, they think like that, but it is
Hmm.
not enough like that. Like you should do some practical coding as well. You should know about how to write coding in that language, do some certification in that. So it's more like lacking practical experience. So they think
Hmm.
okay, if we learn basics we'll get the opportunity, but that is not how it is working. It's more like you have to learn, you have to practice more coding. As I mentioned, companies are expecting more from freshers also. Then only it will help more. So, like these are three areas which I feel students whoever approaches me for the mentorship and all when I'm mentoring, they lack these things. And while learning
Hmm.
also, more practicality is required that they miss sometimes.
Hmm. Yeah, now let's dive into the Q&A session. The students are asking questions in the comments. I will add one by one. And the
Uh,
question from Asif, can you see?
yeah, hello sir. Is it better to do an internship where we have to pay the money for the experience? They are saying that they will provide industry experience. Uh, this is also again different perspectives, because if you are paying and getting the experience means, like if you are actually working and getting the experience is fine, but or just only for the certificate or just to get that to showcase that experience, if you are paying means, that doesn't make any sense. Because again when you are approaching for another opportunities and all, you are only sitting in the interviews and you are only performing there. So there, if you don't have the practical knowledge, practical experience of coding and all, again it will be a problem. So usually I say it is like you don't need to do this. You can apply for the internship and get some internship, even if it is minimal pay or anything, and start doing it is what I suggest. But paying it back to the company and getting the experience is more like you just showcase that, but you will not have any experience as you didn't work on it completely. I
Yeah,
hope I
next question. Hmm. Next question from Jashwant.
Jashwant Yadav. Any opportunities of freshers in the DSMI field? The seniors are mentoring not to choose this field if you want to crack a job early. Yeah. So if you remember, I have specified one thing. Like you don't need to aim like only this field I'll work, like only DS field or only AIMA field as a fresher. So you shouldn't restrict yourself as a fresher, like only this data domain I'll work only in the data domain, or I'll work only in the software domain. So whatever the skill set that you are learning, like if you are learning DS, so you are good at Python and you got some opportunity as a software developer as an intern. So still, if you get some opportunity, still you can start doing it, because there you will get the experience as a practical experience. So that is also needed, and which is very important as well. Why many seniors mentor or warn the students that don't restrict yourself as to these fields, because usually for these fields freshers recruitment is very minimal compared to
Hmm.
other roles, because this requires some business knowledge like data
Hmm.
science. As I mentioned, if you understood about the difference between the data engineer, data analyst, and data science, so there you get that difference, because there we need more business knowledge or some part of some experience about business as well. That is the reason for freshers usually they do consider very minimal opportunities. But as a fresher, when you are approaching for interns or referral roles or for a fresher roles or anything, be open, like you will do any kind of development work, not like only to
Hmm.
software developer or front end or back end. So you learn the skills which are required and be open, like I'll be open to learn and work on any field. Then once you start working, if you get more interest on the same field that you are working, you can continue, or if you want to switch to a different domain, you can switch. There is no problem like that. But as a fresher, you shouldn't restrict yourself like only this domain I'll work. So you should be open, like okay, any kind of development I'll work and learn.
Hmm.
That's the reason many of the seniors suggest the same way.
Yeah, Anna, and Kaushik thanked you for the review.
That's totally fine, Kaushik. You have really good profile. I mean, you have mentioned all the required mandatory fields.
Yeah, Anna, and the next
Okay.
question. So,
Uh, there are any opportunities in the network engineering role as a fresher? So again, I think the same question I just answered. So don't restrict yourself like only this role I'll work as a fresher. So I mean, see, if you get that role as a fresher, is totally fine. But be open, like if you get any other opening also is totally fine. So try to give your 100% there, and if you get the opportunity, start learning and working, which gives you more experience there. So I mean, if you are asking me in my company, I think I have to check and get back to you.
yeah, Anna, the next question is from Ujit.
Ujif, how can we survive in our chosen domain without layoff and without being replaced by AI? Okay. So this is most important, just not because for freshers, it's for all the experienced professionals as well to not get replaced, or because just not only because of AI, the layoff is happening because of so many other market situations and about the cost cuttings and the money savings, all these things also the layoffs are happening. So for that, you should be updating yourself. Like let's say in the data domain only, if you have learned only Python, SQL, and some Tableau or Power BI. So when you start working, you should advance yourself. You should start learning any other tools, any other technologies in the data domain. So including AI as well, AI ML. So it is like the only alternative that we have to not get laid off or to not get replaced by AI is learning and upgrading ourselves. And this layoff, you shouldn't worry so much, because that is not just because they are not performing, they are laying off. There are so many factors that come into picture when they are laying off from the company. From company's perspective also, like in that business unit, how much money they are generating, how much they are saving, how much expenses are there. So like how much work is being done, and the client activity as well, like how many clients we have. If only one client is there and that client is also exited from the project, then they get automatically affected. It's just not only because of AI we are getting replaced. It is, there are so many other reasons, and you don't need to worry that If we learn the skills, if you have that right skills for the domain, for the skills, for the experience and all, so you will have that confidence that you can switch to any other companies as well. You don't need to worry so much that I'll get laid off kind of thing. So start building
Hmm.
your profile, start learning more skills and advance yourself. So then you will have the confidence that if not this company, I can survive in any other company as well. So that is also, I think, which is very good
Hmm.
point to everyone.
Yeah. And next question from Sefan.
How much focus should be given to the technical skills and soft skills? I strongly believe it should be more like 70% for technical and 30% for soft skills. Usually we can say 50-50%, because if you are not good enough in communicating the skill that you have, like let's say I saw your profile and I called you for the interview, and you are technically solid, but if you are not answering the questions in a good way, or if you're not communicating, it's not about the language, but it's about the communication. So if you are not communicating in a better way and making the other person to understand what the answer you are giving, then there it's a question of like whether you know that or not. So you have to improve your communication skills as well, which is very much important. The same way technical, so both should go hand in hand. If you just have only technical skills, no soft skills, again there it's a question like, do you really know that concept or not? Or if you have only soft skills, maybe it might help you to get the opportunity, but after getting the opportunity, again to survive there, to get on there and have that job opportunity, sustain and all, so you should know the
Hmm.
technical skills as well. So in both the scenarios, it should go hand in hand, like parallel. So you should know the technical skills and soft skills, you should balance both of them.
Yeah. Next question from Meghasham.
Okay, can you share your interview experience and Phillips and tips for the interview preparation? Okay. So for me, I've joined Phillips in last year July, 1 year 3 months back. So when I was giving interviews and all, the HR approached me over LinkedIn for the opportunity. He saw my profile and he was interested, so he approached me for the opportunity. I have given the interview and cleared and got the opportunity. So I've been working in the same data domain from beginning, like 2020. My From my first opportunity, I've been working in the same domain. So my interviews were more focused on my previous experience and my skill set, main on Python, SQL, AWS cloud like AWS S3, Glue, Athena, Redshift, Lambda, all these
Hmm.
cloud services as well, because that is the requirement and I have those skills as well. So I
Hmm.
was questioned on all these skills and I was asked to write code on Python and exp- uh,
Hmm.
about my previous experience as well, like what kind of projects I have done. So here, for me, as I'm experienced professional, the kind of questions that I encounter is completely different, because it's just not only coding question they ask me, it is more on the experience as well, like how did you handle those projects, how did you and this is the data domain, right? So there will be having many things to consider about the cloud, about the resources that we are using, about the how much data that we are storing or processing, so like how many GBs or TBs of data and all. So it was more on that as well, like how did you handle, more on the scenario based questions
Hmm.
as well.
Hmm.
So as I've been working on the same domain, I didn't do any extra practice kind of thing, but when I was on notice period, I was practicing. When I was practicing
Hmm.
daily, and I was giving multiple other companies as well the interviews. So I didn't specifically practice for only Phillips, but I was practicing for all the other companies as well. So luckily, I have cleared the technical rounds and the managerial
Hmm.
round. Then I got the opportunity. So this is a product-based company, so I've chosen this company over other service-based offer
Hmm.
I have.
Yeah. Next question from
Yeah. Mastan Basha, what is the best tech stack for web development? So, for web development, I'm not very much sure because I am into a different domain. But whatever the skill set that you Google and get to know, like be it Python, Django, Flask, or APIs as well, which are very important for web development, or JavaScript, the UI part, I'm saying. So JavaScript or HTML, CSS or anything. So whatever the skill set that you are learning, try to build some projects on top of that. Then it will add more value to your profile. So main tech stack, I'm not really sure about web development because I'm from a different domain. But
Hmm.
uh, maybe whatever the skill set that you've Google and get to know about it, or maybe from someone who is already experienced into web development, you'll get to know. So whatever the skill set that you have learning, try to build some projects on top of that so that it will add more value to your profile.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
next question from again Jagadish.
Okay. What will you suggest to be a specialist or a generalist in the tech fields? In the beginning, let it be journalist is what I feel, because you should be open to the rules and to work on different domains, different fields and all. Because especially the work that we do in data domain into different companies is completely different. Like now, I'm working in a healthcare domain. Phillips is a healthcare company, so the same skill set that I work on. But my friend who is working in Amazon, which is a logistics and operational company,
Hmm.
is completely different, but the skill set is same, domain is different. So
Hmm.
it should be more open to the different domains and roles. So it should be not like very specialist that okay, this skill set only. Maybe you can learn other skills as well and become more versatile with the skill set and roles, not restricting yourself like only this skill set I'll learn, or only to specific roles I'll take part or anything as such. So um, like after years of experience, becoming specialist is completely different, because as you have experience and you got to know that what is your most favorite interest to work on, so then you can become a specialist. But in the beginning, I can suggest be generalist, like open to learn and grow in different domains and roles.
Hmm. Yeah, no, and we will end this Q&A session. And before end this session, I had this general question. What is the
Okay.
one podcast or one book you suggest for everyone to read or listen? One book and one podcast.
One book. Okay. So recently I've started reading one book about DSA. I think I have it with me. Data structures with Shankar Karanam, I guess. Not Shankar Karanam.
Hmm.
I forgot the author name. Okay. Uh, One second. Let me check the book.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is the book that I'm reading now, Data Structures and Algorithm, Thinking with Python, by Narasimha Karumanchi. He's a professor
Hmm.
from IIT. So, data structures and algo, he has written it in a more generalized way. So, I mean, I have I've read other books as well, but this I find really good. It is available on
Hmm.
Amazon, but I don't suggest anyone right away to purchase it, because if you have good understanding of the Python coding, and if you practiced some level of Python coding, some at least 50%, then you can go and purchase it. But this is very specific to Python only. As my skill set is more
Hmm.
towards Python, I can suggest this is one that I suggest. And about podcast, I follow so many podcasts like related to data domain more, like
Hmm.
Data Jacks or uh, uh, I don't remember the channel names actually. There is one with
Hmm.
Shashank Mishra. There is one with Shashank from different company, PwC, and then Learning with Gitch, which is there are so many other actually.
Hmm.
But see, whatever the podcast or whatever the book that you are referring, what I can suggest you is that how much you understood and how much you practiced is the main important thing.
Hmm.
So, like it is good if you are following some podcast, or if you are following some YouTube channels or books and all is really good, but not for the sake of following. Don't follow, but learn more. Try to get advance of yourself, advanced learning of yourself there, and try to get more practical experience on those, so that it will help you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And now let's end this. But I would like to thank you so much for like learning from someone who was in our shoes few years back is much more impactful. Yeah. Thanks a
Yeah, yeah.
lot.
I mean, I've been seeing all your work, be it from Alumni Cell or CDPC or the workshops or the hackathons that you are doing. So from different departments, be it from CSC or mechanical or from ECE. So though we are, I mean, I am graduated from the college and working, still I try to follow all the updates from college, and I do see the newsletters that you guys send on the college emails and all. So I do follow. But apart from all these academics or the technical things or the job search, all those things that I have told or we have discussed in the session, one thing I would suggest is that enjoy your time in the college as well. So, how much
Hmm.
ever importance you are giving to your career and your profession, all those things. So, some part you start enjoying as well, because after a point of time, like right after you start working, all those things, you'll start missing the college also. And for us, it is 6 years together in the same college.
Hmm.
So we'll start missing the friends, we'll start missing the memories that we have and all. So to have that feeling, to have that thing and all, you should enjoy as well in the college. Whenever any events happening, on some festivals are happening, try to enjoy in the
Hmm.
campus. So be serious about your academics and other things as well, but spend time with other activities as well, which are really good, which will give you more cherishable moments to recollect after a point of time. That I
Hmm.
think which is very much important.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you
Let
so much for having me.
hmm. Yeah, no. Have a great day and thanks. Thanks again. We
Thank you
can't
so
thank
much.
you more.
Thank you so much to you, Megasham, Satya sir, and the entire team, and everyone who has joined and who are watching as well. Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you.